part two of the compensation plan, trying to build a sustainable income and lifestyle. This is part two. Part one went over some general organization of how the compensation plan works. And then it also went over commissions and team cycle bonuses. This is part two, in which you might be asking yourself, what if I wanted to actually predict how much I wanted to make, or how do I know if I want to make a certain amount? How can I plan that paycheck based off of my commissions and team cycle bonuses? Now, remember, we do have a disclaimer with Beachbody that says that it does not guarantee any level of income or success. Basically, you have to work for what you earn, so you earn what you hustle. But we're going to just talk about what the possibilities could be when we are dealing with an income coming from Beachbody. So, many of you might be asking, how do I plan my paycheck? How do I figure out how many challenge packs I need to sell, or what my team needs to do in order to receive the paycheck that I would like in the dollar amount that I want? So when you're planning a paycheck, some of it's going to come from commissions and some of it's going to come from the team cycle bonuses. When we look at it as an overall, and you are building a team appropriately, a good, solid, stable team, the majority of your paycheck will start to come from your team cycle bonuses. When you're first starting out in the business, it's almost primarily the commissions and the fast start bonuses that are coming from. But as you build your team deeper and go further into your organization, that percentage will flip, and you will actually start making more money from your team cycle bonuses than from your commissions, because you're helping grow the organization, grow leaders who are all doing that within their own teams as well. So what I like to think of it as is that our team cycle bonuses essentially become what our base salary is, and then commissions are on top of that. So when I'm saying, oh, I want a base salary of this amount of money, then I can start planning this out looking at these percentages. So for this example, we're going to use a paycheck of a goal of earning $1,000 a month. Now, why did I pick 1,000? Because it's a round number. It's easy to work with, to start out with. And if you're interested in $500 a month, all you would have to do is take every number we're going to talk about and just divide it by 2. Or maybe you're looking at trying to make $2,000 per month. Well, then what you can do is just take all the numbers we're going to walk through next, and you're going to double all of those numbers to make it a goal of $2,000 per month. So we're going to stick with $1,000 per month and just go from there and apply it to your situation of whatever goal you have for your business at this time. So if we have our $1,000 a month, remember, some of it's coming from the commissions. It's the front end of the compensation plan that we covered in the last video, and that's going to be 25% of it. So we're looking at $250 per month coming from our commissions and our fast start bonuses. The base salary portion is the back end of the compensation plan. So this is going to be our team cycle bonuses is where it's coming. And in our example of $1,000 per month, we're taking a look at it being $750. So now what are we going to do with this $750? Well, that's for a month. We actually get paid weekly in Beachbody. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our $750 per month and divide it by 4 weeks in a month. Yes, I realize there's a little bit more than that, but we're going to make our math a little bit easier. So 4 weeks in a month, if we take that $750, divide it by the 4 weeks, our goal now for team cycle bonuses is $180 per week. That's what our goal is for our team cycle bonus income. Now, don't forget though, we also have our 25% in commissions. So if we took that it was originally $250 per month we were going to do for commissions, right? Divide that by 4 and fudge a little bit there. We're going to say that it's $60 per week is what we're aiming for in commissions, right? So what's the equivalent of $60 per week in commissions? It would be like selling a challenge pack and a tub of Energize. And the amount of commissions you would earn from those two things could be $60. Or maybe it's selling 2 Shakeology Shakeology bags or boxes, right? Or maybe it's you hook up two people with Beachbody on demand and also sell a tub of Energize. That's where we could get our $60 per week in our commissions. But let's go back to our team cycle bonuses. And we're going to look at this 100-day and $80 per week. Now, remember in our example that we were using from the previous video, we were saying that we were rubies, which means we have our team cycle bonus at $16 paid out per cycle. If I now take that $180 divided out by how much I make per cycle, that means I would need to cycle 12 times in order to get to the $180. When I look at the 12 times, remember the team cycle bonuses happen whenever you have a team volume amount of at least 100 on one side of your business and 200 on the other side of your business. So if I take that 100 team volume on one side and 200 team volume on the other side, and I multiply that out by 12 different cycles, that means my team volume needs to get to the point of 1,200 team volume points on one side of my business and 2,400 team volume points on the other side of the business. And this is per week for me to be able to reach this in order to get to the $180 per week in team cycle bonuses. Now, remember, when we look at it, team volume points come from a variety of different things. I'm going to pick Shakeology here just as an example, right? Because there's 90 team volume points that are associated with Shakeology. So if we're going to put this in terms, these team volume points of 1,200 and 2,400 into Shakeology orders, that would mean on one side of my business, there are 14 orders of Shakeology happening. And on the other side, there's at least 27 orders of Shakeology happening in this week. Now remember, it's not just you selling this. This is coming from all the different coaches that are involved in your organization center. So one side of your business will come basically from you and the coaches that you have added on that side. However, when your sponsor coach is signing up additional coaches and other people who are above you in the business, and they're assigning it to the same side of the business that you are on, their coaches will fall underneath your organization on this side. They will not be your coaches, but they all contribute to the team volume points that this side of your business is accruing, which means that the team volume points on this other side of your business is not just from you and your coaches, but it's also from all of your sponsor coaches that are actively recruiting, selling to customers, having their coaches sell to customers and add more coaches as well. So this volume can start to build up quickly over time. So when Beachbody is running through its cycles and it's taking 100 from one side of team volume and 200 from the other side, it'll keep cycling through until one of the accounts doesn't have enough money. One of the team volume amounts runs out. So when that happens, any volume that's still remaining on that side of the business will get carried over into the next week. This is called your carryover volume. So you can keep adding to it. So when you, for example, so I'm going to go back one slide. So we're going to eventually run out where we had 12 cycles, and these both accounts are going to be equaled out to 0 at that time for the team volume, and we'll start over from fresh. But let's just theoretically say that I had actually 2,500 team volume on this side of my business. So when I ran out of team volume on this side, I still had 100 team volume left on this side. We did not cycle through because I didn't have 200 on one side and 100 on the other. So that 100 team volume points would get carried over into the next week to get added into whatever volume then happens that following week. So the volume that's carried over from one cycle is available for you to be able to potentially use and pay out the team cycle bonus and it does that for 5,000 cycles. After 5,000 cycles, it will remove and wipe out that carryover volume and start you over from zero again. And then you'll just build it up, as well as your sponsor coach adding to that as well. So make sure you are capitalizing and keeping it so that you have 200 on one side, 100 on the other, quite steadily, so that you don't ever lose any money after you get that 5,000 team volume cycles that you go through. You can actually see where your volumes are. This is just a brief snapshot picture of what we can look at. So this is on the back office. And when you log in on the home screen, if you come over to the side, you'll see a volume tab right here. And on the volume tab, then it splits it down by team volume per leg on the right side and on the left side. It shows you if there was any carryover volume. In this example, we would have ended with 0 on each side. So it's showing that there's no carryover volume. But this right here would have said 100 if I would have had that 100 left over. Now it shows you for the current week what's building. So I haven't done much work, or my coaches underneath me on my left side of my business, so on that one side. But there is some activity happening over here on the right. So it's just adding it up and you're seeing what it has, and then it totals these both out for you. So 0 on the left side, right now I have 555. If I would have had the 100 from up here, it would have been showing that I had 655 team volume points available for me to use for team cycles for that week. And you can actually look at a overall, looking at your carryover volume by clicking on here. So that explains the team cycle bonuses and how we can use that to plan our paycheck, breaking it out on how much team volume points you would need. We even put it into terms of Shakeology. Remember, we do have one more part to our series in which we're going to talk about a few more bonuses that you can earn as you grow more leadership in the business.